Hey guys, my name is Devin L. Kurtz. You might know me as Tamburella on DeviantArt, and today I'm going to show you how to draw fire. The first step to drawing fire is to start with the most basic shapes. I always like to start with triangles and diamonds because it makes the fire look the most energetic, and I really like the way that jagged lines and angular shapes end up leading to really powerful fire forms. I'm laying out the position that my flames are going to be in as I'm blocking in these first shapes. So I'm thinking about where the fire is coming from and what direction all the flames are going to be pointing. I want this fire to be erupting out of the middle bottom of the canvas and pushing up and then out both to the left and the right. So I'm trying to create some interesting triangle and diamond shapes that will show the audience that the fire is pushing up and out in both directions. The next step is to take those initial triangle and diamond shapes and start to make the edges wiggly. So what I mean by this is finding the most impactful, important points on the shape and then creating kind of a wiggle shape that goes from point to point. So we want to keep those starting and ending points strong and maintain that energy while creating kind of a funhouse mirror effect where the edges from point to point get wiggly and get distorted because of the shape of the flame. Fire is energy and motion. It's in constant motion, so I want these new wiggly forms to have the energy of those initial shapes that we laid in, but with the motion that a flame carries. After I've finished my sketch, I select the areas that I've drawn with the lasso tool and then fill them in with a brush with some color jitter. I like this type of brush for something like a fire because fire naturally has so many colors in it that turning on those color jitter, color dynamics brush settings in Photoshop will kind of help mimic all of the colors that we see inside a flame. Next, it's time to start layering on these shapes. So once I lay in those initial flames, I always like to create a big swoosh at the bottom that encapsulates everything we've drawn so far, and then continue to layer both in the back and the front more of those flame shapes on. So more of those wiggly triangles, wiggly diamonds, and some of those swooshes at the bottom like I just talked about. I like to layer dark colors back behind that first layer and light colors on top of it, and you can even layer multiple colors of light and dark shades of reds and oranges to create even more dimension. Now, if we want to take this a step further and make it even more realistic, we can just start breaking up these shapes even further. So you could definitely stop after the last step, or you could go in and break up your edges even more. So it's the same process as when we broke up our edges the first time, but we're just continuing to distort all of those edges even further, adding more little points, adding more little swooshes, just breaking up these shapes to create even more of a dancing, energetic flame pattern. Once you kind of get down the combination of the wiggly edges and the jagged points, it becomes pretty easy to keep repeating this pattern all over your fire drawing with as many layers as you want to add until you reach the level of realism that you want for your piece. Adding little hot spots in the center of shapes and little embers drifting off to the side can go a long way for making your fire look really hot. I just keep on layering dark shapes and light shapes in front and behind over and over again, all using the wiggly edges with the jagged points until I'm happy with the appearance of my fire drawing. I like to make the center brighter than the edges to add a feeling of heat emanating from the middle of the flame. I'm adding these little hot spots right in the middle where it goes almost to white, and then this fire drawing is done.